This is the Volkswagen T Roc. It's priced at Rs 9.99 lakhs ex-showroom, which puts it or makes it a direct rival to the Jeep Compass and the Hyundai Tucson. Now this one is coming to India as an import, at least to begin with, but what happens later on we'll see depending on what sort of demand it generates. Now if you're wondering where the T Roc sits in the VW scheme of things, at least in India when it comes to SUVs, well, right on top you've got the Tiguan Allspace, which was just launched a couple of weeks back. Then you have this, the T Roc, and come 2021 you will have the Taigun, which will sit under that. But there's also another SUV coming which will sit under the Taigun, but then that's the story for another day. For now, let's take a closer look at what the T Roc's all about. In terms of design, the T Roc sits on a 2590mm wheelbase. It measures 4234mm in length and it is 1819mm wide. And on all counts, it is slightly smaller than the Compass. It's not very high either. But as far as design goes, the T Roc stands out. Like Audi's, Volkswagen has had a play with lights here, LED headlamps and DRLs in particular. It also has a wide face. And with a prominent shoulder line and the well-defined wheel arches, the T Roc does have good road presence. But it's not one of those in-your-face butch SUVs. It's more refined and sporty, if you will, especially when you look at that sloping down roofline. In terms of features, there's keyless entry and start, height-adjustable driver's seat, dual-zone climate control, and a panoramic sunroof. Like most other modern VWs, it also gets a virtual cockpit. And there's a touchscreen multimedia system as well, complete with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Space, however, isn't the T Roc's strong suit. It's good for four, and with a boot that measures 445 litres plus the split seats, it should be decently functional. And safety-wise, ABS, ESP, 6 airbags and 3-point seat belts, even for the middle row passenger, come as standard on the T Roc. Now, like we said at the start, the T Roc is coming to India as a CBU, which means you only get one version, one engine, one gearbox. Now, the engine here is a 1.5-litre 4-cylinder turbo-petrol, direct injection, turbocharged TSI tech. It makes 150 bhp, around that much, and 250 Newton-meters of torque. So it's a pretty potent engine, and it's coupled to a 7-speed gearbox. You also get pedal shifters on the inside to work it, and it is front-wheel drive only. Now, if you look at the competition, you've got the Compass, which is a 1.4-litre turbo-petrol, but it makes more horsepower. And then you've got the Hyundai Tucson, which uses a 2-litre but naturally aspirated engine, and the power ratings are similar to the T Roc. So in terms of where it stays in the class, it's right at par or right on par of where the competition is. The T Roc, as we see it then, is for the young at heart. It is for people who like a good-looking car, because it is a good-looking car. It's got really likable features on the inside, a virtual cockpit, touchscreen, and then you've got this 1.5-litre turbo-petrol, which at least on paper seems like a really exciting proposition. But of course, the real test comes when we drive it on the road, and we'll do that soon, so stay tuned for that.